Welcome back to another Sabbat Spicerack. Today it's Litha, summer solstice, and a couple of the herbs I like to use. So along with mugwort, rosemary, alder and meadowsweet, my favourite probably has to be mint, especially spearmint or water mint. Now mint, like orris or iris, is a very liminal plant. It grows in soil or water. It can grow on banks. It can grow in dry spaces, damp spaces. It grows in in-between spaces and places. So it's really good for any spellcraft to contact the dead, but also for renewal and strength, because it is a rampant plant, taking hold and growing almost anywhere it's planted. It runs its roots through the earth or the water and pops up everywhere. So it also represents abundance. But also it represents an honouring to the fae folk, as it provides a really good, thick hiding place for them to be. So here I've gathered my mint leaves and I've put them in just some water with a crystal point just to cleanse and charge them. Like I said, they're just mint leaves from my garden. So just going to dry them off slightly before I pop them into the oven to dry them off. You can dry them naturally. I just needed to dry these pretty quickly. So yeah, I mean, you can just leave them out. You don't even have to hang them or anything. Just leave them out flat somewhere. So when they're dried, and I do have a lot of them because I do have a lot of mint growing in my garden. I do a very, very simple spell, and this is why I like mint so much. Like I said, it is nice because it is that liminal plant. So when it's all dried, crush it up, and you can use electric, but when I'm using it in simple spells like this, it's much easier just to grind it up with a pestle and mortar. It doesn't have to be too fine. So for this next toy, basically this is a really simple spell bottle for Litha, and this is the simplest one. So obviously you're going to need a little bottle for the spell bottle. This is quite a large bottle because I am making quite a large amount. And I'm going to use a crystal point as well in a minute. So inside the spell bottle, I'm just putting in very carefully, or slightly carefully, the dried mint leaves. Of course, when you're doing this, like any other time you put your intention into it, you really have to, decide. And like I said, mint is amazing for communing with the dead, because it is, and using spellcraft for that. So I use this to help when I'm doing divination. It's nice to have it lying around. It's also nice to keep it on the altar, though I do have other ones that I keep on my altar which have got a lot more in it rather than just mint. So now there's that little crystal point, and it's just plain clear quartz. It's the clear quartz point, only a small one. And I just find quartz is so, you know, it gathers energy and also releases energy. So that's a quartz point. As you can see, when the quartz point goes in, it does weigh down the mint leaves quite a lot. But that's okay. You know, I can top it up if I want to, but I don't want to. I like to have a little bit of space in there. It doesn't have to be jam-packed full. Okay, so these are elderberry leaves. Now, elderberry berries are particularly known as guardians of the gateway between our world and the next. So I'm just going to count out a few. I think I count out 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Could be 9. I'm pretty sure I put 9 in there because it's obviously a magical number. It would usually be 5, 7 or 9. And in they pop along with the mint leaves and the quartz point. Now, give it a quick shake. Once again, it's your intent that has to be put in this. You have to really concentrate and not pay too much attention to the fact that your lid of your jar might be slightly broken. So when all that's done, if you want to, you can seal it and make sure that it's all sealed in, and seal it with green or red or pink wax, which is good for Litha. So there you go, that's it.